And we are back, next campsite. I totally forgot to film. It was like 36 degrees or something, like really hot. And the car was struggling going uphill and stuff. Every time I go downhill, my temp gauge went down a little bit. Every time I went uphill, my temp gauge went up, which resulted in the car overheating like 2 times, where it was just too much and it started to puke out some coolant. Also yesterday I filled it up with some coolant because I thought it was a little bit low. I might have overfilled it a little bit, and that's what it was puking out. So after that was done, we let the car cool down. There was a McDonald's nearby. We just stopped there, had some ice cream, sit in the air conditioning because it was just too hot in the car, and especially when it's standing still it turns into an oven, especially at 36 degrees. So we just later in the afternoon it cooled down just a little bit, and I was able to take advantage of all the hills going up and down and keep it cool, or keep it running safely. And then there was a big rainstorm that was, we were basically driving around it.
Sorry, helping you behind the water bottles.
We're fighting mosquitoes, she's laughing about that. But there was a big rain shower going on, and we basically just drove around it. Unfortunately we didn't hit it because some extra rain on the radiator would have been perfect, but already the air in the environment really cooled down, and that helped us so we could keep on going. And now we're around München, and we found like a campsite. We wanted to stop there near a big lake. It was like, oh, that's awesome. But there was no more spots available, so we kept on driving a little bit, found a different campsite, and that luckily had a spot available. So I'm happy we can just now sit. It's still hot and humid as well, just very sweaty and nasty. So we're gonna hit the showers in a little bit. There's toilets and shower, everything right there. Just a little campsite, but we were able to, for one night, put it on the grass here and sort yourself out. That's what we're gonna do. This day was just a lot of driving because we wanted to cover some ground. Now we have 2 days of driving left, of like at least 4 hours a day. So we still have some wiggle room to see some cool stuff. So we just went for a little stroll around the area, and it's already turning dark. But the weather is like changing, and I don't know if you can see it on the trees. The wind is picking up. And there's like those little nuts and shit hanging from the trees, and they drop out like a hailstorm. We both just headbutted a few, and well, some even hurt. So we're going back to the campsite because if it starts raining, we're fucked. Let's go back, because if it starts raining and everything, I want to double check that my tent is waterproof. I think it is waterproof, but you never know until you test it. Now we're just walking back. It's very nice weather still though. Still just short sleeves, short shorts.
Where do I have birds?
All the crows.
We are in a horror.
Sounds horror, yeah. But
We never can leave the campsite.
no, I'm just my excuses for having sort of a car situation and not even filming it along the way. That was the mistake of today, because I think the last time I picked up the film was this morning when we left. So nope. Well, let's see, they had some vending machines here and a little bar, but we did breakfast with fucking barbecue at Toby's place, it was great. But that filled us up, so I basically just need a little snack for tonight and I'll be full. Don't need a whole meal. Yep, the rain started, but we're just chilling inside our big tent, little light. No worries, listening to the sound of the rain, seeing if this thing works and if it's all waterproof. But as far as it looks. And every once in a while, this whole tent just lights up because of this lightning. Let's go take a look outside. Come on, lightning. Oh, you saw that? It's not every once in a while, it's just constant. This is sick. But so far so good. And even though if it rains on the car and it seeps in while the trunk is open, you still have those little rain gutters that the water goes through. So this is so good. Also, I'm getting wet. Ah.
Ja, zo hard regen.
Comforts, foods. And then the Volvo there. It's so cozy. Love it. Well, we're gonna survive the night. I just checked. We got a big ice cave we wanted to visit. That's like 3 hours away. So probably go to bed a little bit early. So tomorrow we can wake up very early, check out, go to a supermarket, and then continue on going. So we reach our destination fairly on time. So we can spend the afternoon there and make a cool video for you guys and make some memories of our own. So we're here on the road again. We just started our travels in Munich. We're trying to look for a grocery store now. I just turned off the car for a second. We just got stopped by police. I thought I needed to go left, but I need to go straight, and they were in the line next to me. And while we were waiting, he just creeped out of his line behind me. And I was like, fuck, I need to go right, not left. So there was room in traffic, so I went right. And then he also followed me right, and he was stuck behind the car. And then I lost him a little bit, and I was like, oh, hopefully he's gone. But then he showed up again. It was like, yep, you stop. Like, yep, okay. So he just asked me for all my papers and everything, but everything is legal, everything checks out. The only thing I needed, like the orange triangle in the car, and for some reason I have like the first aid kit and everything that I need to have, but not that fucking triangle. So he was like, can you show me? I was like, yeah, just full confidence. And then I opened up the boot and he saw all the stuff and saw that it was like underneath the mattress with all the stuff. He was like, if you say you have it, I believe you. You don't have to take everything out. And I was like, oh, okay, thank you. He was like, okay. And then 3 questions. Any medication? No. Any alcohol? No. Any drugs? No. You want to take a test? Sure. Okay, then it's good. We don't have to test. So of course that's fine as well. I mean, while driving, especially in a foreign country. But yeah, they were nice. But basically the reason they stopped us was because, I mean, look at how our car looks. With the stickers and stuff. Modification is not something people do in Germany as much, because you need to register everything you do, and in Holland you just, you know, modify it and have fun. So he was like, well, it pulls attention. I was like, well, that's the point. It's stickers because we make stickers and go to events, so it's like advertisement, so it works. So everything was good. We now can continue on driving. We're in the middle of the city, just on the sidewalk now, looking for a supermarket, because there's a supermarket near here, one that we wanted to go to, but it's in the middle of the city. There's no place to park. We don't know where to park, so we were like, fuck it, we're gonna drive out of the city and then hit some supermarket in the outskirts of the city a little bit, where there's just a parking lot in front of the supermarket, because this is a big inconvenience. So let's keep on traveling and see you guys at the supermarket. So after 10-15 minutes waiting to fill the car up with gas, I shouldn't have known that the line to the register is crazy. Luckily, there's Hogwarts. Austria inside, baby! Hills! Mountains! This is so sick. Let's hope the Volvo can manage. So far, the temperature is a lot better. So let's keep on going. There it is, boys! Mount Juliet! I don't know what it's called, but it's insane how big it is. Oh! Subaru, Impreza, STI. I can't wait till we reach our first destination in 4.5 kilometers, where we can just stand still and take in the landscape, because so far it's just you drive a tunnel, you exit the tunnel, it's like, whoa, look at the mountain, that's sick, boop, back into a tunnel. I thought I've seen tollgate roads before. This is a whole different story, man. Also, the car's not liking it, the steep climbs.
Are popping. Do you have the same thing?
Yeah. Because of all the elevation changes.
Je moet hier afslaan. Jesus Christ. But look at you guys. No, I see nothing. A little bit. A lot of trees. Yeah.
So you can go up by car, or you can take the shuttle bus, or if you don't want to pay for the shuttle bus and you just came here randomly, you need to walk your way up. Well, no thank you. Parking area.
Yay. Oh, look at the view. It's so nice. A lot of cars here. Sorry.
Parking area. Fully filled. Dutch, 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 Dutch. Every other second car is Dutch.
Yeah, oh yeah, you're right, Dutch.
Can you imagine living there? That's insane. It was still not at the top, but that little town down there, we just drove there. Then we went all the way up on towards the ice caves. So we can go around or through the tunnel. And there's a big tunnel here, but if you feel the cold draft coming through here, it's perfect. This is so good. After being in the sun, this is a treat.
Hey babe,
Yeah?
you see
Then real life?
own ice.
Is it?
Yeah.
Somewhat, yeah.
Oh, dit is wel lekker.
This, I mean,
Dit is verwennerij.
name something you really love in life, and this is very close to it. Coming from outside that heat and then through this tunnel that is cold. Oh man, it's so good. I wish you could feel this on camera. But also how cool does this tunnel look though. There's even water here dripping. I can walk for miles like this. Way better. Oh, that little house that was filming. Oh. It's that house.
Ja.
Ah ja, zie je. Maar dat is nog niet de ingang dan, hè? Want het was nog 20 minuten.
Ja.
Yeah, I'm happy to pay for this ride because the walk was not going to be fun. Almost there. Let's go further, but look at this view, man. This is insane! There's the entrance. This is gonna be an Instagram thing. Like you see the pictures on Instagram, they're beautiful. We get there in real life and then it's full of tourists and no proper place to make a picture. We shall see, just a little bit. Look at this view. Little birdies on the inside. So we made it at the entrance and now we see all people opening up their bags with jackets and everything, and we're just here in t-shirts and shorts. So we asked like, is it recommended? Or then he's like, well, there's people doing it every day, and well, it's cold. It's close to 0 degrees. So we're gonna hopefully survive, but that's where we stand. Go up a little bit more. It takes roughly an hour. You need proper shoes, well, I think these are good enough. Look at that ice. Now inside the cave it's roughly 10 degrees Celsius. We're still in our t-shirts. And it's ridiculous. If you touch the handrail with moisty hands, you can freeze up to it, man. It's crazy. Also, we have little lanterns that we use here, so there's not too much lighting. But look at this ice. As he said, this is the biggest ice cave in the world. So once we've seen this, I guess we've seen it all.
This ice formation grows since over 90 years, and how could it even get so big? That's because we have an around 2 meters wide crack in the ceiling through which the melting and rainwater in spring can flow as much as it wants. It was created by an ice stalagmite and an ice stalactite, so an icing from the bottom at the top. They met at the middle and grew together to this massive castle. First guided tours in this cave took place in the year 1920, so over 100 years ago. Back then a few things were different, of course. For example, we didn't have such a beautiful wood path all over the cave. Sure, in some parts, but most of the time, the information you are seeing here might be the most popular one in the cave. It's the ice elephant. Nowadays, we have a little bit of imagination. It's an elephant here. That's because we have absolutely no control over how the ice changes over the years. Because the wind carves the ice, which gives it, for example, a whole form of formation. And every summer, a little bit.
up?
Sure.
Hope nobody's freezing.
No?
Freezing my tits off, but still alive. And as soon as we come outside, we go from hot, warm weather where you're like, damn, it's too hot, to full rain. Looks beautiful though. But yeah, we survived the ice cave in our t-shirts and shorts. My girlfriend as well. I can tell you, 10 out of 10 would recommend to come here and to check this out, because it's just the scale of it. Everything is so big and so intense. It's pretty cool. That said, I would recommend to, wear a sweater or something. Just don't do this in your t-shirts, folks. So now begins the long journey back.
Oh yeah, these so...
And well, once again we're in our t-shirts and the tunnel, or like the roof here, ends. And then we're getting wet. Fuck. If you go into treacherous places, make sure you come prepared, because this adventure, man, a car that overheats, us that are too cool. I think we're gonna get fucked anyway. And I don't know how long this rain is. If I look at this, then it might take a little while. And I'm willing to wait for like 10 minutes here or something, but I'm not. Look, there's all still sunny and shiny and nice. But I've never been in the clouds when it rains. It's kind of sick. But I don't think we're gonna wait here for that long for this to clear, so let's get wet. We made it halfway down, but the rain, it's only getting worse. It's terrible. There was even thunder like crazy. But you see that? Still not prepared for this weather, so we'll see. Just ride it out. We made it down through the rain. There was even a lot of thunder, and a woman that lived around here, she was like, don't go on the trail now when there's like thunder right here. Because she was like, if it hits a tree and you're near that tree, you can be dead as well. I can do this and then the water comes out, so I'm not gonna do that in the car, but we all got soaked. And you know what's the best part? You have those little gondola things that go up and down the mountain that I filmed that we were in to get to the last point. As soon as we got down, they stopped it because the weather and the thunder, everything was too bad for that thing to run. So the people that are now still on top need to wait until the weather dies down so they can go down. And looking at the weather app, it can be 7 o'clock at night. So I hope there's an alternative way for those people, but we made it down. Got some different clothes on because didn't want to be wet. Now we're all nice and dry and warm. And then struggling to get Kaz is struggling to get her clothes on because it's just
I'm so wet.
That's what I want to hear.
I'm so wet of you.
So yeah, it's now all downhill, and I mean it in a positive way. It's downhill back to the town, and then I guess we're just gonna, I don't know, might just park up here and just look for where we want to stay the night. Tonight?
Downhill we can park on the parking lot.
Oh yeah, let's first go downhill, stay on the parking lot, figure out where we want to sleep tonight. Alright, so we found a campsite. Hopefully there's still room available. It's still raining, but in the car had still so much heat in it from the daytime that now it's so nice to be here and sit in it. So we're basically gonna go to the campsite, see what the weather does, because we're not gonna set up a tent when it rains. So we're just gonna chill in the car, wait for a bit, have some dinner, because damn, we're dying for a good schnitzel and some salty fries. So we arrived at the campsite. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. You too. in the comments, fingers crossed that they have place for us, because so far it was always the second campsite that had place. I hope they had a good fries and schnitzel here, so going for that. Still rainy, so just park the car at our spot, go here, have some food. Hopefully the rain then dies down and we can set the tent up. Let's go! So we made it here, and thanks to everyone who crossed the fingers for us, because they were full and they had no more places, but we were like, do you have place for just one car? And he was like, he looked at the car and was like, maybe. I got special place. He said, yeah, one chance. And then he walked around the building, which is basically here. That's the reception. He was like, can you park there? And I was like, yeah, fine, that's room enough for me. Then it's okay. So we're not even standing on the campsite, just outside behind the building of the reception. But they were like, that's fine for one night. Just, you know, put your car there. We make you a special price. And then on Google we saw the review of the schnitzels, of course, and oh, buddy. It's so simple, but it's so good and it smells delicious. And also, I think I've eaten like one little bun this morning. Did the hike through the ice caves and everything and up the fucking mountain. So we're hungry, so we're gonna feast. This is so good, but first let's ruin it with a lemon.
Oh, fuck me op mijn trouser. Mijn trouser,
The sweater.
the sweater.
Well, it's 1 for 1 now. Both got red sauce on our clothing.
Yeah.
We need to go and wash up.
Yeah.
We can wash here. Let's do that. Clean our
Was
clothes.
hier? No.
So, I don't think I have anything to say at this point except this was an awesome day. I mean, we had some shit circumstances like the weather and stuff, and still good food at the right timing when you're really hungry. Saw the biggest ice cave in the world. Did it on shorts and t-shirts. That was a challenge. Everyone looked at us like, aren't you getting dressed? We're looking at them as like, is everyone getting dressed? But yeah, that felt like a challenge and we made it out. I hope this portrays the good vibe and the great day we had. I hope it shows on video how great this day was.
Yeah,
this is
the
awesome.
best day.
We're gonna finish our food. Then if there's something interesting here, hopefully it stops raining. I'm gonna pick the camera back up. Are the Germans coming? Why the hell do they have a sound like an alarm like this? We have this every first of the month on Monday to test the system. But this?
Using these sirens to the fire department to get them together.
Oh, so there's a fire, maybe.
Somewhere.
She said in these small villages they use these to get the fire department together. Look how cool. Oh, also, this is the reception. Can you park here? Sure. He was like, is this piece of grass, is this good enough for you? Sure it is. So this is our campsite. Hopefully kids won't be playing here at 8 o'clock in the morning. Otherwise they not gonna like what I'm gonna do, but look at that, it's just clouds there hanging and there. Ausfahrt. Look at that, just the clouds. That is sick. They even have a pool here, but after being in an ice cave, in my t-shirt and shorts, still in t-shirt and shorts, but after doing that, I'm pretty cooled down. And now with all the rain, I step out of the car because the car was nice and hot. Now I stepped out and I'm like, it's a little bit chilly, so I'm gonna put some long trousers on and then look at this view, man. Damn. Holland, you suck. Good morning. It is morning. It's so comfy. It's nice and warm. Sun starts to come out. Oh yeah, there is actually sun coming out now. So I guess we're gonna get out of bed, hang our clothes outside from yesterday to dry. I think I'm gonna end the video here because after this, today is not really much on the schedule. Just gonna visit some stores and some stuff and then head to Punk Rock Holiday, which I think is gonna be for the next video and maybe I think the final part of the video. So for now I want to thank each and everyone for watching. Please like if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.